It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show. Have we got some stuff to get through in Eyre Peninsula netball? So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. The Queen of EP Netball is back, Jo Franklin. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Some really good rain has been very nice.
Excellent. That's good to hear. Tell you what, there'll be some sore girls through the week after a big weekend of netball, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Some very sore girls walking around on Monday, no question about that. So let's start at the very beginning. So let we start with Eastern Eyre, shall we?
Yes, Saturday's results there. First of all, Kimba Districts, way too good for Cowell at the end, 69-22.
Yeah, way too strong, too much experience. Cowell, look, they're working hard, but the Kimba girls, too strong, too much experience. Chelsea Wolford was a hole, but they've seemed to be able to fill it pretty well, really. So, just way too good on the day.
Yeah, well done. The Eastern Rangers, 52. They defeated Central Eyre United, 43. This is a good result for Central Eyre. 9 goals in it, but obviously the Eastern Rangers too good.
Yeah, too good, too tall, too strong, too experienced. Those three things, really. Look, Central Eyre United, pretty happy with 43, scoring 43 goals against what Eastern Rangers, well, it'll be there, the top side now. There's sort of not much else that they can add into that side now with Amy Allen gone for the season. So, Beth was pretty happy with the 43. So, I mean, Nicole Symes and Tamika Wren, very accurate in goals for Eastern Rangers. Keely Bruce and Kylie Scholes put up a really good fight in there. They worked hard all day, but in the end, you just can't beat that height. And the accuracy. Nicole Symes is just shooting beautifully at the moment. Abby Bruce fought hard in goals, but Jordan Hooper and Lauren Symes, they are so tall. Got to see them on Sunday, and together they are amazing. Two good Eastern Rangers. Central Eyre United will look forward to a game in a couple of weeks' time to get back on the winners' board.
That's right. They do have the bye. In fact, the way we'll go here is we'll have a look at the upcoming matches for this round now in Eastern Eyre Netball. We want to obviously wrap up what happened on Sunday, and we'll do that later on. Cowell, they will take on the Eastern Rangers at home, and you would think the Rangers will be too strong there.
Yeah, they will be too strong. Again, too experienced. Again, the same sort of people, Nicole Symes, Tamika Wren, so tall in goals. And unfortunately for Cowell, they probably just aren't going to be able to match that as much as Mickey Sivia will give it her all and does in and out every single week. They were very good on Saturday or until Sunday, rather, until Tamika hurt herself. And then at the other end, you've got Jordan Hooper, Lauren Symes, and through the middle, you've got Nicole, you've got Kate Semick, who is just so strong and so quick through that middle court. Cowell continuing to build, but unfortunately I can see that Eastern Rangers are going to have a pretty easy win here.
You'd think so. Ports will host Kimba Districts, and you'd think Kimba will start favourites here, but Ports are just getting better every game they play, so won't be much in it, but Kimba should win.
Kimba should win this. Again, the experience that they've got, a little bit of height. Port certainly was talking to their coach on Sunday, and they're coming together. She said they've just sort of got to get both ends together at the same time. Like they can be shooting quite well, but then not necessarily getting the ball there often enough, or they're getting the intercepts and not necessarily scoring with the goals. But, they've got a couple of young ones in there who are still finding their way, and a couple of new players to the club who are still finding their way. But they'll get there. But Kimba, very settled. Jess Clements is just such an accurate goaler that, you really got to cut the service off into the circle to her. And unfortunately, I just don't think Ports are going to be able to do that enough on Saturday, and Kimba will come out on top there.
They will. Great Flinders netball. Let's go there and have a quick look back to last week's matches. So Ramblers, they took on Cougars. Good game of netball, this one. 55 Cougars, Ramblers 49. So not much between the two.
No, not much, and both coaches were quite happy with the performances from their sides. Keely was pretty happy with that. She said, obviously Cougars, she thinks they're going to be the side to beat. Kira Simons had to come off at quarter time. She came out of defence at quarter time. She wasn't very well, which affected the height back there for them with Ramblers, but Morgan McDonald and Jet Green, it was just their experience and their skill level through the centre court. It really tested young Lily Nettle and young Ava Pedler, who's up there for her first season of A grade, and that was probably the telling factor in the end, other than the fact that Ella Wedd and Hannah Green are really finding their mojo and goals for Cougars, and shot really well to it was very close at each of the breaks, and Cougars just in the last quarter were able to push away in the heat of the day.
Yes, indeed. Low scoring clash at Elliston saw the home side Elliston Districts beat Tumby Bay 38-33 in the tightest result of what was a very tight round.
Absolutely. There was only 2 goals in this at three-quarter time. So the last quarter, it was on, and it was a very close goal for goal. Everybody was working so hard. However, Elliston Districts lost Zoe Phelps with an injury, and she's going to be out for about 4 weeks. And Kelsey Hull, she did an ankle. So Elliston Districts were actually, in the end, quite glad that they got away with a win. Lorena Heberman through centre was just able to hang on in there and put enough hard work in over Kennedy McNamara to help them get over the line with Tash Paul settling into goal attack there for Elliston Districts quite well. And just, it was virtually hanging on in the end to get the win. Young Sarah Laurie for Tumby Bay, another great game there, and certainly was trying really hard to keep Tumby in the game. But, Kate was pretty happy that Elliston Districts came away with a win there.
Absolutely, they should be too. And the battle of the 2 winless sides means now we only got 1 winless side, and unfortunately for Eyre United, that's them. In a very good game of netball too, another close one was the Eagles 41 at the Couplex over the Saints 35.
Yes, it was, and young players running all over the court here. A sprinkling of maturity out there as well, and those girls won't mind me calling them mature. But it was just evidently great to see the young kids get out and have a game where they could really compete well against each other, and they were both able to get quite a few goals on the scoreboard. And young Elsie Madden for United Yeelanna was really doing really well in goals for them, and was moving around quite well, and so they were pretty happy with United Yeelanna. They were very happy with their win. There's no question about that. The Saints were happy with their effort. Again, Marty Masson, she just gives it her all. She plays a game of footy and then gets out and plays a game of A-grade netball, it was just very tight, actually. It was sort of goal for goal in the right up through the last quarter until right towards the end, where the United Yeelanna girls were able to throw a few goals in a row there, but then Saints came back at them. But United Yeelanna in the end were able to get over the line, and like I said, great to see such young talent from both sides being able to get out and have a real crack at it.
Yeah. We're nearly out of time, so we'll just get tips on these ones and we'll go into them in more detail. That's what's to come for Great Flinders netball. Of course, Elliston Districts have the bye. So match of the round will be Tumby Bay hosting Cummins Kapinnie Cougars. Who wins?
I think Cummins Kapinnie. Stacey Curtis will be out for Tumby. Did an injury up at Lock on the weekend, and I think that will be enough to make sure that Cougars get over the line.
The Saints, the Eyre United, they will host Ramblers. Ramblers favourites here. Yeah,
absolutely. Unfortunately for Eyre United, it doesn't get any easier. Ramblers are good too.
No, definitely not. And I'll tell you what, this will be an interesting game too. Lock should start favourites at home against the neighbours, United Yeelanna, just down the road, but I think Lock will win that.
Yeah, Lock will win that. A bit of rain during the week, so lots of the farmers will be out and about doing their seeding, and that may well affect some of these sides as far as who they do and don't have available. So I would think that Lock would be without Whitney, but I would think that they will still be too strong.
That's a good point. Now, the regionals that we've referred to a few times already. On Sunday at Lock, they went very, very well. Obviously, new-looked regionals, given that no Midwest this year anymore. But how did they go?
Yeah, look, no Midwest. So there was 4 sides out there on Sunday, and it was a horrendous day weather-wise. It was just windy, dusty. It was not very pleasant. However, Lock, as usual, did a fantastic job at hosting it. But Western Eyre, a first time as Western Eyre, They did a great job. They had a win in their seniors, which they were pretty happy with. They filled all of the grades. Eastern Eyre with with having Central United in with them, and Great Flinders with Elliston. So some young kids that were able to get into some of their association sides. Great day. Look at the seniors in the end. Great Flinders. Again, Jason, a draw at full time in the grand final between Great Flinders and Eastern Eyre. Just Keely Mason could have won the game on the siren. We won't go back to that, but she keeps doing that. Then they went into overtime and they were able to get away with a win right on the siren in the extra time. So they're pretty happy with that. From the seniors side, from the seniors competition, Jace, we had Nicole Symes, Saran Chippard and Geordie McCullum from Eastern Eyre who made it into the top 10. And from Great Flinders, we had Ella Wedd, Keely Mason and Jet Green. So they were really good there. The others that got in were Gemma Seal and Ellie Grant from Port Lincoln and Sophie Kellett and Alana Beard from Western Eyre. So well done to those girls. It was it was a great day. In the 17s, Eastern Eyre were able to win the 17 competition. In the 15s, Div 1 Port Lincoln won that, and Eastern Eyre finished fourth. Great Flinders finished third, I believe, and in the 15 Div 2s, Port Lincoln were able to win that. 15 Div 1s, Eastern Eyre won that by 1 goal, and in the 13 Div 2s, Lincoln were able to win that. Congratulations to Phoebe Hazelgrove from Eastern Eyre who got her C badge, and Tammy Allen and Sasha Stratford from Great Flinders were able to get their C badges. So that's it, Jace. I know you're in a hurry.
Well done. Thank you, Joe. No, that's a great wrap.
Exactly. If I missed anything, I apologise.
Well done. No, that's a great wrap, and well done to all the girls who took the court last weekend. Yep. Good luck to everyone taking the court in EP Netball this weekend. Joe, thank you so much. We'll catch up with you again next week.
We certainly will, Jace. Take care.